26-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. Line 50, line 50. Hey, get away from him. Sponge. No. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, kill.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Right.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
He's checking. Scratch. Whip. Watch the whip.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Coming after you. Check. Hot route. Hot.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he'll escape to his right. Now he's got a man, complete. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. They go play action here on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in with the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Saints' 29-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunky yardage picked up there.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creep.
To throw is Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll try again with Elliott. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Check 56. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forbath the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
95-56, 95-56. Don't let it breathe. Don't let it breathe. You're 21, 21. Don't let it breathe, defense. Check. Hey, kill. Minus 50. 20 seconds.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Let's go.
It's a big play there for the Saints. 42 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yellow lady. So don't say nothing. Hey, break it down, fellas.
Fournette, a first down carry. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Well, you don't usually usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Elliott. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what,
oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Forbath will put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. The run there on 1st down, going to get them 5 up to the 30. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 13. We're good. I'm full. Ready.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Breeze, and Thomas has it. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. 2 minutes remain in the 1st half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Breeze now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the Saints' 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Kill. 47. We're going to 54.
Here's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the 2nd half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Easy, opposite. Switch.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Bang. Watch twist. 11.
Shotgun now for Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
We're going to 54. 56 to Mike, boys.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and 15.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Kill. 0-2.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Throwaway and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Austin. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that's Elliott, complete. 7 yards on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
That's the way.
Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got one. Hey, kill. He's coming, double up. Switch. Check 3. We're going to 53. 26.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Squeeze, double.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to him.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Antoine Woods, his 2nd sack of the night. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Breeze. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Ready. Yellow waiting. 54. I'm coming.
Breeze now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Antoine Woods bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
No. You kill. Under 10. Protein spill.
A shotgun give to Fournette. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing now is Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Breeze now. He's got Smith here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get a bit closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Forbath to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check safety, check safety.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Push him back.
Second down, Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Right here, so we got to step it up. Ship. There we go, kill.
Prescott from the gun. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
5-9. Hey, Alpha.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Got the defense on their heels. 2 1st downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now, Breeze again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd and short. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards, good for a Saints 1st down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 27 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz to try to add the PAT. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Swear to hey. 24, check 24. Hey, 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Now it's Ginn. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Bree's going to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
36. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 50's the mic. 50's the 21. Hey, come on now. 20 seconds.
Again, it's Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Say.
Breeze to throw again. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's put that team on the clock. Hey, orbit. Check, Mike.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game.